For the past several months, I was trying to get up at 5 a.m. to work on my business, on my dream, because that was frankly the only time I could do it. But it was a disaster. It was so inconsistent. I couldn't get up at 5 a.m. or didn't even hear my alarm go off. It was tough. I would get angry with myself and beat myself up for not being able to, even cultivate this habit. But it actually changed when I realized that I was looking at the habits a wrong way this whole time. So one day when I was sitting and thinking about how I could establish this habit, I remembered about this idea in the book Atomic Habits that I read once, and so I would just like to read it for you. So people often think it's weird to get hyped about reading one page or meditating for 1 minute or making one sales call. But the point is not to do one thing. The point is to master the habit of showing up. The truth is, a habit must be established before it can be improved. If you can't learn the basic skill of showing up, then you have little hope of mastering the finer details. Instead of trying to engineer a perfect habit from the start, do the easy thing on a more consistent basis. You have to standardize before you can optimize. And so this time I decided to implement this principle and humble myself. I had to just start small, to establish the consistency before I could get fancy. So I started first by waking up at 6 a.m. so that before going to 5 a.m. mark. Now I kind of moved the time to 5:30, so I'm trying to establish that habit first. But for now on, my only goal is to put my slippers on, put my hoodie on, and drink some water. And it doesn't matter if I keep sleeping or not. But I try to talk myself out of going back to bed. But if I go, I tell myself, that's okay because I did what I said I'm gonna do. So I had to make it very easy for myself to establish the consistency first. That's the one thing I got wrong about habits, which is that number one rule, I think, of building habits. It's first get consistent, then get better. Which means you need to start super easy, which is kind of humbling, and we start feeling like we need to be fancy right from the get. But standardize, then optimize. And it really helps me because now I have a little routine that kickstarts my habit of getting up early. Here are the steps that you can do and you can try right now. So number one, write down the habit you want to establish. And number two, ask yourself, how can I make it so easy that it will take only 2 minutes? Step number three, keep breaking the habit down until you get the easiest kind of action, easiest goal. And step number four, determine when and where you will do that. And step number five, when you master showing up, start increasing the complexity. For example, if you want to establish habit of working out, maybe your goal at first, or your habit at first, should be put on my gym shoes, at certain time, like after work or in the mornings. If you're trying to establish habit of writing, for example, you can do as simple as turn on the computer, because everyone can turn on their computers in less than 2 minutes, or grab a pen and notebook. As long as you do those, that's fine. You have to establish that habit of showing up and consistency before you can go fancy. So now that you know the number one rule of building habits, you can implement it with these 5 powerful science-based principles for mornings to get up early easily. So check out this video, is either here or here. I actually used to do these before I had a full-time job when I was in college and when it was summer. I wish I could get back to it, but life has its own seasons. Anyways, please like this video if it was good, subscribe, and you can find all my links in the description. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!